a good evening from Havant and Waterlooville, where we begin the 2022 Kentish Cup with the UK Armed Forces facing the Dutch forces here on the south coast. And you'll remember, of course, that it's almost been 3 years since we last played or last saw any Kentish Cup football. The UK Armed Forces were victorious in the Netherlands at the end of 2019, and they won that 4 times in a row. They haven't lost the Kentish Cup since, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but around 2014. So this could be 5th time in a row. Again, they could make history, but we don't want to look too far ahead. They've got the Dutch forces tonight and the French forces on Friday. It's a well-drilled team. A lot of new faces since 2019, but basically got the same core and senior players. So as the players start to come up, and we can see that the ball boys are already out there with the flags of the 2 nations. Let's join our commentary team led by John Knighton.
Kath, thanks very much indeed, and a very warm welcome, as Kath says, to Havant and Waterlooville FC tonight, bathed in lovely spring, late spring, early summer sunshine here, to look forward to finally getting the Kentish Cup back underway. I'm joined this evening by the RAF's team manager, successful team manager, of course, from the Inter-Services this season, Andy Kutcher. Andy, great to have you with us tonight, and it couldn't be a better setting, could it, tonight, for the return of the Kentish Cup?
It's great to be here, John, and thank you for the warm welcome here to the Westfield Stadium, and our hosts, Havant and Waterlooville. As you've just alluded to, the sunshine's nice and bright. Let's hope the football's bright, but looking forward to this one. Well,
of course, UCAF have got a player called Bright in their side. He's called Phil Bright. We'll go through the teams for you very shortly. But do you know what? The Kentish Cup, well, what a history this has. It is officially recognised by FIFA and UEFA as Europe's oldest football competition. 1919 actually was when the very first match was played, when Belgium beat the UK in the final game. It was in those days it was the Belgians, the French and the British were involved in just after the end of the Great War, and then it really officially started in 1921. Of course, last year should have been the centenary version of the Kentish Cup, but very sadly that didn't happen. The French had their first success in 1934, Britain their first success in 1921, and then in 1986 the French pulled out of the competition and were replaced by the Dutch. They came in and they won it for the very first time back in 1988, and then when the French rejoined in 2006, it became a 4-team tournament very briefly before it went back to being a 3-team tournament, which is what we have now. And as you can see, the 2 sets of players lining up on the pitch now to enjoy the pre-match presentations here. And the UCAF team, of course, bathed in their white shirts and blue shorts, red socks representing the 3 services tonight, and the Dutch in their traditional orange and black. I must say that, Andy, it's a strong-looking side, isn't it, for UCAF? We'll go through those teams very shortly, hopefully in a few minutes, because we will be having the national anthems very shortly. But it is a very strong UCAF side and they've been together. They've played a lot of games recently.
Yeah, they're just looking around the group, and you know, the bench is extremely strong, and the starting 11. I was just chatting to some of the coaching staff before the game, and just complimenting what a great group of players we've got here. They had a couple of games over the last month or so. They've had a really positive training camp this week, including getting a nice dip in the sea to do some recovery. So all the lads enjoyed that, and obviously the liaison officer also, Helen, also dipped herself into there. So yeah, they've had a really good sort of training camp where they've certainly got a togetherness, hopefully, for today's game.
Yeah, that's Helen Richardson, of course, who looks after her boys very, very carefully. And I have to say that Kath Brazier, who introduced us this evening, you know, I asked actually Kath a bit earlier which team she supported in football. It's actually none of the English teams or Scottish teams. It's UCAF. That is her team. So that's rather good, isn't it? And so that the dignitaries just being introduced at them. I can see General Burley down there, who's the director of the Army Sport Control Board, just being introduced to the players and the officials, of course, who will be looking after things for us this evening. Time now for the national anthems. So the national anthems observed here then, and we're just about ready for a bit of action. Let's run through those two teams. We'll start with the UCAF side. In goal is Luke Kearney, and the defence looking very strong. Liam Corrigan, Sam Rawlings, Joe Thomas, Phil Bright, Sam Atkinson, Danny Kerr, the captain in midfield, obviously with David Vincent. Jay Gosling will be up front, and he's in a rich vein of scoring form at the moment with Scott McCarthy and Mike Campbell. As far as the Dutch are concerned, Bjorn Lansink is their goalkeeper. Bob Leemans, Jaren Borstein, Mark Den Hartog, Mark Gorge, Karst van Bokhoven, and Cornel Balk, Nikke de Voort, Vincent Hoekstra, Jimmy Moonen, and Shaquille Woodstra. And anyone who's watching in Belgium, you have my apologies before we even start for my Dutch pronunciation, but we'll do our very best with those tonight. But as we said, a strong side, Andy, in terms of UCAF, isn't it? Because, and you'll know, there is, I think, 7 of the starting lineup are RAF players. Yeah, absolutely, and it's a really proud moment for all of us involved with RAF football to see some of the lads obviously representing UCAF. But it's not just about the RAF today; it's about the Army and the Navy. Chatting with the skipper just before the game, it's an exceptionally proud moment representing not only the Navy but obviously UCAF. And Danny's rearing to go, a fit guy. And going to wear the shirt and certainly the armband with pride today. Well, last time we saw UCAF, of course, was in action was against the Irish Defence Force over in Dublin, where they won a very exciting game by 2-1 for the Friendship Trophy. And 2 cracking goals from Jake Gosling. He scored literally the winning goal with a couple of minutes left in stoppage time. And he was in sparkling form, and I saw him also score, of course, a hat-trick in the RAF Cup final, so he knows how to put the ball in the back of the net. Yeah, he's a fantastic player, graces any football field, but you know, he's a lovable rogue. He plays the game with such enthusiasm, smile. You know, no matter what game it is, he'd play in a car park, he'd play for your local pub team. No, he just loves his football, and he's an absolute joy to coach. And what a talented player! Let's hope he gets a couple of goals today. Well, wherever you're joining us this evening, you're more than welcome. We're live on Forces News Facebook and also on our Forces News YouTube channel this evening. So lots of opportunities for you to watch us. Please tell your mates, tell your friends if you are watching, because the more support we can get in this wonderful Kentish Cup competition, the better. I think we're actually going to be starting reasonably early because it was supposed to be a 7 o'clock kickoff. We're not quite at 7 o'clock yet. I think an early start. But make the most of the sunshine. Yeah, 4 minutes early. Army referees extra keen. So here we go. Anyway, enjoy the game. We will, absolutely. We'll very much enjoy the game. This is Valraids on the ball straight away for the Dutch. Obviously, I gave you the 1 to 11, and they've given me squad numbers. So we'll just be sort of working out who's wearing what at the moment. Opportunity for the Dutch early on with Bulk on that far side. Opportunity coming inside. UCAF being forced to defence. Ball goes out wide on to the left. Early cross for Luke Kearney to have to deal with. He did extremely well. It was a really good cross coming in there from the left-hand side by Geordie Boss, who's obviously playing a sort of wing-back role for the Dutch. So early moments then, early touch of the ball for Kearney. That's good for him. Yeah, he's so comfortable with the ball and great distribution again. He loves that sidewinder, but a great voice behind a solid back four there. So nice early touch for him, get his confidence up. Early touches of the ball, and he's distributed really well. Early doors in this Kentish Cup game, the first one for 3 years. And my goodness me, have we missed this competition. It stretches all the way back to 1921, doesn't it? The centenary competition here. Dutch having to defend at the moment, and a really good challenge. And you know who that was, who was getting stuck in straight away? It was Jake Gosling, who is obviously raring to go, is he not, Andy? Yeah, it's a little bit of a shock, that, a bit of a burst of energy and defending, because he's more renowned for his attacking prowess, but again working really, really hard. But tidied up by Sam Rawlings there. Danny Kerr bringing it down nicely, and a nice distribution to Phil Bright there. And Bright going forward into the box. Early touch for the Dutch keeper then, Lansink. on this 4G pitch, of course. Both teams, I think, have been used to playing on this. The Dutch only arrived, actually, last night about 8:30. They've not trained today, and they certainly haven't trained on this pitch, so it'll be a bit of a mystery them to start with. They'll have to get used to it. Here's Danny Kerr, the captain, plays the ball out wide onto that far side. An opportunity for the UCAF for an early goal, and it spins just wide. And Dave Vincent there. Well, it was certainly an opportunity, wasn't it, Andy?
Oh, I thought it was a 100% goal there. I think I even shouted goal. I thought great work down the right hand side, down the left hand side, and was that Mike Campbell putting the ball in, and just unfortunately, David Vincent's just put it wide.
Bit of a warning for the Dutch then, but UCAF looking very, very strong already. Joe Thomas back to his goalkeeper, back to Carney. Carney, who was missing, of course, for the match over in Dublin that we brought to you just 3 weeks ago in that Friendship Trophy when they played over there. Very exciting game played over there in Dublin, and UCAF obviously will be hoping to make that really work for them in where it really matters, which is obviously the Kentish Cup. And as Kath said earlier, they're looking for a record 5th successive championship. Ride, though, on the left-hand side with Boss. Ball goes out of play. Throw in to UCAF. And straight away they pick it up. That's really nice 1-2 work there with Scott McCarthy and Jake Gosling.
Nice football there, but it looks like the Dutch are going to play through the 8. You know, he's a good player, to be fair. I watched him a month ago. He played against the RAF under 23s, and I don't know how true it is, but I believe he was a professional goalkeeper playing in the pro leagues, but actually sits in the middle of the park and seems to be their playmaker, the Nikai de Wart. So a very composed footballer.
Yep.
So
Well,
we'll have to watch out for him.
They're going to need their strong players tonight. I imagine that you know, they've come here. I know they've had 2 or 3 weeks together over in Holland, but this it's not easy to come over directly, literally the night before, and then play a game without any sort of training, not being familiar with this pitch at all. But this is Den Hardag, who plays the ball to his number 8, to De Voort, out onto the far side. The ball runs harmlessly out of play.
Yeah, exactly what we just said. He's picking up that pocket and trying to spray the ball. Great ball there, but luckily for UCAF, it sort of, they defended well and it ran out of play.
Certainly a man to keep a close eye on, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a good footballer. Yeah, I think that the Dutch will be comfortable, John, on this pitch. You know, the Dutch are renowned for playing a lot of football over in their native land on 4G. So I think they'll be comfortable and zip the ball about.
I'm talking of the ball. The referee is just checking to make sure it's the regulation inflation. Lots of inflation going on at the moment. We don't need any more inflation here, just at the present stage.
Absolutely, and we picked the game in the most southern part of the country, where it's costing everybody £6,000 to drive down here in fuel. But
yes,
let's hope we get sorted soon and we can get those fuel inflation prices down.
Danny Kerr winning the free kick, which UCAF wanted to take quickly, but they couldn't. Sam Atkinson there. Ball goes wide onto the left-hand side. Atkinson picking it up again. Through ball. Nicely done. Nicely played to Scott McCarthy. And McCarthy has beaten one man. He's beaten two. Ball goes wide. Opportunity for UCAF here. And they're really piling the pressure on at the moment. Good defensive play, though, by the Dutch, getting it cleared. But the opportunity just wide. And that was a really good effort there from...
I think it was Danny Kerr, the 11.
Oh, Mike Campbell as well involved in that too. But UCAF already showing how dangerous they can be going forward.
Really good instinctive shot there from Danny, because it's not on his favourite side, but made the goalkeeper pull out a good save there.
So they win their first corner of the game.
UCAF leaving a 2-on-2 with a little man in the holding role, so that'll be interesting if they get it and distribute it quickly.
Gosling with the corner. Hooked clear by the defence. but still a danger, not out of the way. Kerr gets a shot in again, but this time no problem at all for the goalkeeper. And certainly he's been the busier of the two so far in this match, but quickly up the field. Oh, an opportunity for the Dutch here. He's rounded the keeper.
We spoke about that.
And it's brilliantly saved. Well,
spoke about that quick distribution, didn't I, before the corner?
And it was Bulk there, really quick on the break. And, well, it was a good save in the end, wasn't it? But I think he must have claimed a bit of good fortune there, because the ball really came off him rather than him saving it.
Yeah, absolutely. But we mentioned it just before the corner, didn't we? Where they left 2-on-2, and I said if the goalkeeper gets an opportunity, quick distribution. So,
which they do.
Maybe a little bit naive there. This early stage of the game.
Gosling. Good control from here. Just keeping his foot on the ball, but that ball just a little bit too long, safely into the arms of Lansing. But chances at both ends here. Early
warning there, wasn't it? Probably the best chance of the game so far.
It was indeed. 7 minutes played here at Haventon Waterlooville in this opening Kentish Cup game of the 2022 competition. The centenary season for the Kentish Cup, the centenary competition. I don't think actually it is the 100th, because there have obviously been a few missing over the years, but it's very much seen as the scenery competition. The Dutch then have shown how dangerous they can be on the break. Kerr does well. Trying to claim a free kick there, but Boss was the man who tidied it all up. And here's De Voort.
Quite an even game at the minute, John.
It is. Yeah.
Both sides have settled quite well, haven't they? You know, trying to shift the ball about, which is good to see.
The Dutch clearly mean business as well, and that is good to see. We want a good, strong competition here. Gerritsen. And there's the Dutch captain, who is Mark Dan Hartog. The Dutch rather messing around with it in their own, inside their own area, but they bring it forward. And there's the playmaker, number 8, De Voort, who looks very, very comfortable on the ball. And that's a lovely ball out wide onto the right. The Dutch chasing onto it, but can't quite control it. And it goes out of play, but it was a good idea, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's a dangerous player, I think. And if UCAF give him too much time, I think he could hurt them with those. Seems to have been accurate with the ball at the minute, so he keeps that's 2 he's put in behind both fullbacks.
Looking for Bulk there. The fullbacks going to have to be on their guard tonight, but I have to say Phil Bright has impressed me so much this season, hasn't he? He's come into the side, done so well.
He's a supreme athlete. Still got lots to learn, but like you said, you know, to jump up through the senior representative side, and then got his first call up for UCAF, has impressed the UCAF manager and Diffin. You know what a great season. So he's a top lad, absolutely top lad, trains and works really hard.
There's Kerr.
Great ball to Jake.
Gosling. And the Dutch happy to put that one out of play. Marcel Valrades puts the ball out of play for the Dutch. 0-0 here. Just the first 10 minutes of this game, and already we've had chances at both ends. A couple of opportunities for UCAF. Danny Kerr getting one, which the goalkeeper had to do well to save. But the Dutch also showing what they can do, coming forward. And Luke Carney had to use his feet to save an early opportunity for them. Here's Gosling. He's been around for such a long time, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And he's been such a great servant for UCAF football. Here's Kerr. Out wide, finds Corrigan. Dutch put it out of play.
That's nice possession. Just need to be patient, UCAF. You know, they've got the quality in there, so they just need to be patient.
But I think they know this is going to be a difficult one. Nice control of Corrigan again. Wide, and a chance. Oh, and hooked over the bar. And just the man you would have thought who would have been there to pop that one away. Mike Campbell, who scored so many important goals. And that really was a bit of a miss, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. And that's disappointing from Cammy. because he's normally pretty prolific in front of goal. So just leant back a little bit as he just took the strike and unfortunately blazed it over the bar. But he won't get his head down. He'll go again. He'll come again and he'll make up for it.
It's what strikers do, isn't it?
Absolutely.
They miss a chance and they think, right, okay, we'll wait for the next one. They play the percentage game all the time. Valrades has the ball at the moment for the Dutch. Charged down by Vincent. Lovely conditions for football tonight. It's a warm evening, but there is a bit of a breeze.
Dutch have won the first corner. Is that the second corner?
That's the second corner, yep, of the game.
Got some big lads as well. The 22, the 15, 16, all big lads going up there.
Yeah, they have.
I refer to numbers, John, because my Dutch isn't the best.
Corner comes in.
Well done, Joe Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas did a good job there. Referee waves away the appeals for a penalty, and now UCAF can break with McCarthy, and he's going to pick up the 1-2, will he? It's well challenged. The man who actually goes in there is Campbell, Mike Campbell on the edge of the box. Inside looking for Joe Thomas. Thomas gets it back. Here's Bright. Tries to get his cross in. Still in play, the ball. Ball falls back to Atkinson.
Seemed to be quite a big appeal in there for a penalty. I didn't quite see what happened. Was it a handball, John, or do you not see?
It didn't look like a handball to me, but you know the referee waved it away very quickly, and he waved the appeals away. So no VAR, of course, tonight.
No. Fortunately, the UK Armed Forces budget doesn't quite stretch.
Or our BFBS budget, for that matter.
No.
It's 0-0 though, if you're just joining us live on Forces News, Facebook and YouTube tonight for our live coverage of the Kentish Cup 2022. That's De Laat, by the way, wearing the number 12 shirt for the Dutch. And here's Den Hardok. Back to Valrades. And the captain, Dan Hardok, again, with the captain's armband, decides to go back to his goalkeeper. And the Dutch happy to keep possession at the moment and try and play out in the way that we would expect the Dutch to do. Nice ball forward there. This is going to be a real test for Phil Bright.
Well done.
He did a great job there. Great defensive work.
So again, patient work by the Dutch there. They kept it and then tried the switch. But Brighty defended exceptionally well. Just kept his eye on the ball and a nice cushioned header back to the keeper, and we're back playing. This
is nice play from the UCAF team as well. And Scott McCarthy looking for some space. Outside to Gosling. Bright will get the cross in. It's a low cross. Cut out by the defence.
Nice football, that.
There's some really good football from both sides.
Yeah, and that's twice now Scott McCarthy's picked the ball, and he's been really effective when he's driven at them, and just committing that extra, sort of challenge, and then just popped it off at the right time. We've just played little 1-2s around him, so he's done really well so far.
Yeah, it's a good game of football, well played. Don't recall a single foul yet. We've been playing for a quarter of an hour here.
No.
So this is what we want to see. We want to see some good quality football played in a fair style, which is what Brigadier General Kentish would have wanted all those years ago. Vincent then tries to get the cross in. Good defensive play by the Dutch.
Corner ball.
It is a corner.
But again, that was Scott McCarthy turning on the ball. Having two touches, driving forward and then releasing. So looks really positive every time he gets the ball. He wants to open up and drive at that Dutch defence.
It must be this swimming in the sea that's done it for the UCAF players.
Yeah, braver men than me.
Mind you, it's that or the ice bucket, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So once again, it'll be Jake Gosling who will take the corner. Going wide to the back post and eludes everybody in the end. which is a shame, obviously, for UCAF. They haven't got they're not massively tall, are they?
No, but they're not a big side, and so they just need to be aware of limiting, sort of giving away for a silly free kicks in and around our own box. But because as we've already highlighted, the Dutch have got a few big lads that go up for the set pieces. So just need to be disciplined in how we give away our free kicks.
Yeah, well, this Dutch side, I've already shown, they're very technically very good on the ball, which is what you'd expect from any Dutch team.
Yeah,
they're enjoying their football. Just talking to their management a bit earlier on, and they've been together for 2 or 3 weeks, played a couple of games over there in Holland, so they're well prepared. They will feel well prepared, not necessarily here with training, but they've come over here, and they're here until Thursday, of course. They play the French here on Wednesday evening, a game that we will be covering for BFBS, not showing live, but we will be able to show it to you. Once again, that cross ball.
It's that diag switch, isn't it? That's just
Balk is on it,
catching UCAF out
Delat.
every now and again.
Good defensive play by UCAF here. Here's Gosling. That's a really good bit of play from him.
Good skill. Keep the ball.
Brings the ball away, looking for some support. Still has that ball. Plays it in field.
That's what we call in the game a good bad
Vincent.
one. Passes the ball.
Nice one to Campbell.
Unlucky.
It
good
was
football.
Good play. You're quite
good
right,
football.
Andy. Yeah, that was excellent play from UCAF there, and Jake Gosling once again, showing his skill on the ball, his ability just to hold that ball and play an intelligent ball inside. Mopped up the damage from the attack.
This is that patient build up again from the Dutch, isn't it? Happy to have it in that back sort of play, 2 centre halves and the keeper. Just bide their time.
And it's what we're used to seeing now from the British boys, isn't it? It's playing out from the back. It's coming to the English game in a very successful way.
Absolutely.
Here's De Voort.
Man City have certainly shown the light, haven't they? The way they play.
Definitely.
Fantastic. It's the way the game should be played, as Brian Clough said all those years ago, didn't he? Football was supposed to be played in the air. They would have put grass up there.
Absolutely. Chance now for the Dutch, but it's well cut out by UCAF.
Yeah, Liam Corrigan defending well there.
Yeah.
Good, solid.
And he certainly knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
In fact, I think all these players, Diffin, is clearly, everyone knows their job in this UCAF team.
Yeah, he takes, obviously I speak to Diffin on a weekly or at least a monthly basis, but he's very passionate and he's a good coach, and he only wants the best for these players.
So Boss will take the throw in. Headed clear. And here's Gosling again. Controls it well, looks for some support. Eventually hooked clear by UCAF. Danger certainly not over yet for UCAF, but just calm down, straight into the hands of Luke Carney. Here's Thomas. Up to Bright. Back to Thomas again. Nice through ball, finding Atkinson. That's lovely play. UCAF on the edge of the penalty area with Mike Campbell. Campbell just looking for a bit of room. Instead finds McCarthy. McCarthy will get the shot. Someone will try and get the shot, and it was Campbell in the end, but blocked by the Dutch. They'll break in turn.
Certainly make things happen, doesn't he, McCarthy? When he gets the ball, he just causing a few little problems for the Dutch back four, which is good.
You just feel an early goal is going to make this game very, very interesting. It stands at 0-0 here. 21 minutes played.
I think the other thing you got to appreciate, we don't realise how much these plastic pitches propel the heat. And it's really, really warm down there.
Great challenge from McCarthy. Can he make the most of it? Eventually the referee has brought that back, and an awkward fall for the Dutch defender. Val Raids.
Interesting if the referee calls a water break at any stage.
We certainly had a water break. It's Bob Layman's actually, who's the man who went down. Last Wednesday certainly had water breaks on the 20 minutes on halfway through each half. Wouldn't surprise me. It's a warm evening here. Bright does well with a header. Thomas, bit of jiggery pokery.
That's cool, calm and collective defender, if you want to call it.
If it works, it is.
not sure Diffin's heart probably took that quite well, but...
Here's Vincent. And Thomas. He takes the 1-2, gets the ball back again. And Captain Kerr out to Bright. Bright looking for a white shirt, only finds an orange one in the end. And the move breaks down for UCAF. But the Dutch very happy just to, again, play the ball out. Woodstrada. Nice play again, good defensive play from Corrigan.
Well done.
Does really well.
Well done, because he lost it there and recovered well. So.
And here's Jake Gosling approaching the penalty area. He beats one man, puts the cross in. Is there anyone on the end of it? There is. It's Mike Campbell, but easy for the keeper in the end. But that was really dangerous stuff from UCAF.
Well played. Another great recovery there from Liam Corrigan, then played into Jake. Jake beat a penetrative run, causing havoc, and just unlucky there not to finish a nice move off.
UCAF have come very close on 2 or 3 occasions now to getting that opening goal. And a couple of chances falling to Mike Campbell. But it remains 0-0. That's a real run chase on then. And good move from Phil Bright, putting the ball out of play.
Seems to be
chasing.
Yeah, seems to be becoming a bit of a tactic to the Dutch. This getting it into the fullbacks and then a quick switch, big diag switch in behind our fullback. So we just need to be aware of that switch.
Well, Delat with the throw in for the Dutch. But Bright does really well. Again, clearing the danger away onto that far side of the field. Again, a beautiful evening here in Hampshire. Lovely evening for football. There's just that right sort of level of breeze, Andy, as well. It's not too hot, is it?
No, it's perfect. Not sure if the players would agree with us sat in the stand, but yeah, like you say, it's a fantastic night for football.
Offside flag goes up. Here's Corrigan. Lovely through ball. And really well chased by Scott McCarthy. Real opportunity for UCAF. Cross comes in. Oh, and that was a really important defensive header for the Dutch.
What a ball
My
that
goodness,
is.
It was a brilliant ball through. And great defensive work from Van Bokhoven there for the Dutch to get that ball away because, well, there was
a horrible ball right across that the 6 yard box, just where you don't want to be defended.
Keeper doesn't know where it's going to go.
Absolutely fantastic ball, but actually really well defended because he had to get that right.
Yeah, Van Bokhoven did a great job there. Had to crouch down on his haunches to get the ball away.
UCAF just leaving 2-on-2 at the back. Just need to be careful.
Oh, and an opportunity header. Here's Gosling. Decides to flow the ball wide onto that right-hand side, left-hand side rather. And now the Dutch with a chance for the break here, looking dangerous with Hostrada. Well challenged though, good defensive work from Thomas. Here's Delat. Boss. Gertigan outside to Bulk. Bulk with a cross in, safely into the arms of Luke Carney there.
Well done, Luke. Great hands, good claim, good shout.
His positioning was absolutely perfect, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's a fantastic keeper, and he just gives you that air of confidence. He's got that. He's got a great voice, great football brain, and just marshals that back four exceptionally well. But just gives you that real reassurance behind you as a back four that he'll come and claim things, and he's got that confidence. So fantastic goalkeeper.
I mean, you know a lot of these players, Andy. What does it mean to? It must mean an awful lot to put this white shirt on for UCAF. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the pinnacle of service football, and as we've already explained in your pre-commentary sort of notes, you know, this is a 100-year tournament that I believe it's the oldest European recognised tournament in the world.
It is very much so. Officially recognised by UEFA and by FIFA as well.
Absolutely, and you know it's the next step from single service football. So this, all the boys are proud to represent their single service, and then just to take it to the next level, just means the pinnacle of service football in your footballing career.
Well, the free kick then given. Danny Kerr will take the opportunity, plays it short to Jake Gosling. Gosling is already marking his influence very much on this game, as is Kerr, the captain from the Royal Navy. Ball forward, looking for Campbell on the edge of the box. Campbell will get it. Looking for a bit of support. He finds it in Phil Bright with the cross. Gosling is there on that near post. Lovely control, lovely turn from Gosling. Goes back though to Corrigan. Corrigan with the cross.
Great ball.
Oh, and Campbell was in there, and just behind him was the captain, Danny Kerr. Maybe Kerr was in a rather better position to slot that one away, but another great move from UCAF here. Rawlings. Here's Kerr again. Centre of everything for
just having a good
UCAF.
spell of possession at the minute. Just UCAF starting to turn the screw a little
Gosling.
bit.
Lovely through ball.
Oh, unlucky.
Yeah. Scott McCarthy just unable to control it just at the last minute.
Nice little spell there for UCAF, and they looked really threatening there.
It's a good quality football, so it's both teams are really going for us, aren't they? Which
I
is,
agree.
Which is really what you want to see. But approaching the half hour in this opening match in the Kentish Cup, it remains 0-0. If you're just joining us, live on Forces News Facebook, and also on our YouTube channel tonight, wherever you are around the world. We always like to hear where you are, of course, and get your messages through if we can.
Ooh, back pass. Back pass.
It was a back pass.
A little bit sloppy, I think. A little bit sloppy from the Dutch.
Getting quite a few messages coming through. Con Price is watching. John Douglas, come on, UCAF. Michael Cushion says, good luck, UCAF, as does Mark Fairy. Mark, obviously he's the Royal Navy team manager, isn't he? Good evening to you, Mark. And Lewis Bartley's watching. And so is Suzanne Chislett. Good evening to you, Suzanne. Jay Bates, Scotty looking sharp, and Gosling is in a different class. Well, we know what he can produce. And this is a really dangerous opportunity for UCAF. Inside the box, the back pass. What can they do here? Is Gosling going to leather this? The Dutch have got everyone back, guarding their box. If this goes in, it will be remarkable.
You don't want to be in that wall, do you?
He takes it. It hits the wall. And still the opportunity for UCAF, but it's brought away by the Dutch, but only temporarily. Outside onto the right-hand side of the pitch, and that was a tremendous shot from Rawlings, actually. That second shot from Joe Rawlings from Sam Rawlings, rather, could have gone just about anywhere, but it was cleared off the line by the Dutch.
It's what we call desperate defending, but effective.
But it was effective, absolutely. Yeah. Very effective indeed. Corrigan then with the throw. Gosling picks it up. Here's Kerr. Takes the 1-2, but cut out by the Dutch defence.
Oh,
lovely bit of control there from Gerritsen.
Fantastic bit of skill.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
It's a bit Johan Cruyff-ish, wasn't it?
That would have been on the old showboat, if people can remember the old Soccer Saturday. Was it Soccer AM, should I say?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, nothing escapes our views, because Paul Carter says, good evening both. Was Cookie moaning about petrol prices earlier?
Absolutely.
Aren't we all?
Absolutely. Not all on the big books that PC's on.
Great to have your comments this evening live on Facebook, and wherever you are, you're more than welcome. The Dutch, though, pushing forward. This is great work then from their number 8 from De Voort, who already a dangerous player, but UCAF can bring it clear now. Gosling, lovely through ball, finds Atkinson.
Chance.
Real opportunity for UCAF, but again, good defensive work from the Dutch to snuff that move out. But Phil Bright plays it inside to Gosling. Gosling with a header just over the bar from Sam Atkinson there. Another chance goes a-begging for UCAF. But again, they were so quick on the break.
Yeah, and getting closer and closer. It's just that last little bit of final quality in the box that we're just lacking. But it'll come. Just be patient. Encouraging thing is we're creating chances.
Yeah, certainly doing that. But this is good work on that right-hand side for the Dutch. It'll be headed clear, though, for UCAF by Rawlings. Good battling, great battling work from number 9, from Scott McCarthy. Turns defence into attack, and he's still got the ball. McCarthy beats one man, beats two, goes down, still looking for the ball. No idea, no thought of a penalty. He just slipped. He seemed to slip inside the box. But my goodness, that was a brilliant run from him.
Yeah, great penetrative run, and I thought he'd actually done the defender there with his little bit of skill.
Well, that was a bit of a late one there, coming in from David Vincent, and the man who went down was Simon Delat. He felt that one. The referee just having a quiet word. I think any more of those, we might have the first card. But let's say so far this game has been played in really good spirit. Neil Jones watching from Cyprus. Great to see BFBS covering the footy. Of course, Neil, we do our very best with that. And Matthew Cope says Cookie loves it. That's paying lots of money, apparently, for petrol.
Something like that.
Danny Jackson watching from RAF Shawbury this evening. Great to see one of Shawbury's players. That's Brighty, very proud indeed. Well, he's really worked his way into this UCAF team, as we've already said, this season. He's actually not a bad commentator as well, so you better watch out.
Yeah, he's my protege, isn't he? My replacement when I'm not available. But no.
Here's Gosling. Nice through ball. Good work from Campbell again. Kerr trying to get on the end of it, but the Dutch snuff it out, and they'll bring it clear once more. Technically, this has been such a good game to watch.
Yeah, really good. Been really impressed. I've actually been impressed with the Dutch, to be fair. I think they've, they've caused a few problems for UCAF. But
here's Boss. Boss with a cross. Carney comes through it,
Brilliant.
does it really well. Timed his run to perfection to collect that ball. And here's Gosling again on the break for UCAF. Running like a train right out on that far side of the field was David Vincent. He keeps it in. Or does he? No, the linesman has said no, that was out of play.
Fantastic from Luke again, wasn't it? Dominant, and then just sets that attack off quickly and just distributes, just keeps that momentum going, which UCAF have certainly got at the minute.
I remember reading an article when I was a boy many, many years ago by Peter Shilton. And the article, which was, I think, Shoot magazine or something like that, and the article read, "Distribution develops your game." And I think maybe Luke has read that article because his distribution of the ball when he's made a save is absolutely terrific.
Yeah, it is, and they're, goalkeepers now are just so important, such an integral part of the game. You know, and you're going back to the era of your Peter Shiltons. They just seem to boom it up the pitch, and it was that distribution. Whereas now the goalkeeper is just as good as there's the outfield players.
Well, as you're saying, maybe our star man, maybe Nikai De Voort for the Dutch. If you're saying that he's playing professional goalkeeping, and here he is, basically, marshalling the midfield for the Dutch side.
Yeah, absolutely. I think from what I'm being told as well, I think Luke plays up front for his Civvy side every now and again, and has been a leading scorer.
Well, Gosling misses out on that one. It's the Dutch who have it. Daz Parr says, "Go Phil Bright, show them how it's done." from Pars.
Into the last 10 minutes, John.
Yeah, it's gone so quickly,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it has
This
gone
first
quickly.
half.
Yeah, gone
It really
quickly.
has been quick. I hope you're enjoying the game. It's a really terrific game of football, because normally the Kentish Cup is played sort of around Christmas time in very cold conditions, so it's not often we can sit in shirt sleeves watching a football game like this. But I think the quality is every bit as good as it would be if it was played in the howling gale in the middle of winter. That's the Dutch captain.
There's that big
Ben
diag
Hartog.
again.
Goes diagonally onto the right-hand side. And certainly Phil Bright having his work cut out here by Strada. Gets the cross in.
Out
Goes
for a
wide.
goal kick.
Out for a goal kick. No real danger for the UCAF goal there. 37 minutes gone. 0-0 between these two sides in this opening match in the centenary Kentish Cup here at Haventon Waterlooville, basically on the south coast, just a little bit inland, just from Portsmouth, where both teams have been. The UCAF team have been training there, and the Dutch at HMS Temeraire too, and the French will be arriving tomorrow for their opening game against the Dutch here on Wednesday, before the final match, which you again can see live here on Forces News Facebook and YouTube on Friday evening here at Haventon Waterlooville. What a great way to start Armed Forces weekend. And Hartog looking for some support, gets it in the form of Delat, goes back to the goalkeeper, to Lansing. That's just playing patiently. The press, though, from UCAF is fairly high, keeping the Dutch inside their own half. Not a lot of space for them to work. It's a good press from Vincent.
Just being patient, aren't they? Yeah. UCAF just need to keep their shape. Oh.
And hope there might be a mistake. Well, that was a bit unfortunate, I think. I think that was a bit of a difficult one for the referee. I think it was a slip rather than a foul, but anyway, the decision went the Dutch way. Here's De Voort.
So UCAF just need to be patient, keep them locked in.
Not much opportunity for the Dutch really to play themselves out. As the UCAF defence has been good, and
there's that second touch, unlucky.
Yeah, it was. I think that was just the bobble on the pitch, which just deluded Roger Gerritsen.
Bobble on the pitch?
That's what he'll say.
We're struggling.
On a 4G? That's what he'll say. It was a bobble on the pitch.
Absolutely.
Anyway, he has the chance then with the throw-in. This is Geordie Boss. No real problem for UCAF.
Free kick. Well done, referee.
Yeah, it looked like a foul. Scott McCarthy really impressed me in this first half with his power.
Yeah, he's done really well. Done really well. Bit of a handful, isn't he? Just a little bit more unorthodox. And
you can't really fault any of the UCAF players, really. They've all putting a really good shift in here. Here's Joe Thomas. Gives the ball to his captain, to Danny Kerr.
Well played. Offside.
Yeah, just timed his run just a little bit too early, did Liam Corrigan.
It's just that delay in midfield, wasn't it? He just needed to put that ball into the space, and Liam would have been onside. But
that's the first offside really against UCAF.
Yeah.
In this first half. And into the last 5 minutes of this opening period. Don't recall too many stoppages. I don't recall any injury stoppages so far, which is always good to hear, good to see. It remains 0-0 though. The deadlock still to be broken.
So last five or 6 minutes, the chances have dried up, haven't they, a little bit? Just whether these both feeling the heat and the pace.
Again, the ball going wide right, as you've alluded to already, Andy.
Just love that switch from fullback into the in behind the other fullback.
But so far, the danger being snuffed out by UCAF.
Yeah. Tempo of the game has just dropped a little bit, isn't it? Just
it has.
Oof.
But again, the good press from UCAF. You know, they're pressing high, which means that the Dutch are having to use a longer ball to get really to make any sort of progress.
Well done.
Good header.
Yeah, well defended.
And Corrigan again did a good job. Liam Corrigan. But it's the Dutch who have it in these last few minutes, then last couple of minutes of the first half. Then Hartog, the captain, decides to go square to Valrades. Good little turnout here this evening to support the two teams.
Oh, got away with it.
Very nearly a strong challenge there. The Dutch just thinking a little bit sort of not careless, but they've got the opportunity now. There's a good play from De Voort, still on it. Decides to go back to De Laat. And here's De Laat once again. Bos.
Well done.
Patient build-up from the Dutch.
Yeah, but UCAF are keeping their shape well, aren't they? Yeah. They're just locking it off, you know, and just stopping the Dutch penetrating them, so it forces them to go back. So, you know, as much as it doesn't look as if UCAF are effective going forward, but they're just, you know, it's all about recovery, getting back in shape, making the game difficult into that mid-block.
The Dutch have probably had the majority of the possession, thinking about it, in this first half, but it's what they've done with it. Yeah. UCAF have had the better chances.
Absolutely, absolutely. So it's just about discipline, you know, keeping to your philosophy, keeping to your shape, not getting impatient. Chance will come.
Which is what the Dutch, of course, are doing as well.
Yep, that's a great
balls
ball.
And lovely run through. Well. But again, it goes wide. The cross comes in from the left.
Oh,
and that was with Stra with the cross there. And Luke Carney just on the edge of his box, on his 6-yard box, had it covered. And
Dutch have done that well, though, haven't they? They just sort of played that ball and been patient, then switched it and played it in behind.
They've worked it well.
But UCAF have defended extremely well, really patient.
But I think UCAF know this. UCAF know they've got a real game on their hands here.
Yeah.
Just got clipped there, I think. Ryan Paddock says, come on, boys, keep the run going. And John Douglas says, great first half for both teams. Come on, UCAF, you can do it. So great support coming in from all over the place for our teams tonight.
I think the comments we're getting as well is people are enjoying a very open and exciting game.
And a clean game as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, free kick.
No,
well done. Well tidied up, well defended.
Luke Carney very quickly out of his box, hooks it forward, kicks it forward. The Dutch having to go onto the defensive. But that's lovely control there from Leemans.
And a good half.
And indeed, the referee brings the game to an end exactly on 45 minutes.
Good game of football.
Yeah, terrific
really
game.
Good.
Both, say, Andy, both teams have had their chances in that first half. Both had chances to score. UCAF probably having the better. Mike Campbell will certainly feel he could have done better with a couple of those opportunities. But it's a very, very even match.
Absolutely, and it's just those little, like you said, the fine margins. You know, it's just that little bit of luck in the box and that last gasp finish will be the difference between winning this game. Because I think you know, certainly Scott McCarthy's looked dangerous when he's getting turned and running at them. Cammy's had a couple of good chances. Goz is effective. The back four have defended really well. You know, the midfielders have sat in and pressed when they needed to press. So, but you know, they've got to be careful. It's 0-0. You know, the Dutch are dangerous, and they've just got to be. UCAF have got to be aware of that switch in behind the fullback. But as you've alluded to, a great game of football and a really entertaining game of football from both sides.
And who's caught your eye for the Dutch, Andy? Have been some good performances there from the Dutch side. I say, you mentioned De Voort early on, the playmaker, number 8. I've been impressed with the captain as well. I think that Mark Den Hartog looked very good as well.
Yeah, agree.
And they do look very composed, don't they, the Dutch?
Yeah, but, you know, the last sort of 10-15 minutes, UCAF have just sat in and the Dutch have struggled to break them down. So it's just setting those traps now for UCAF and letting the back four have it. And then can we squeeze and press and then maybe just, you know, as soon as you get that little mistake or a bad touch, then we can just sort of capitalise on it. But, yeah, they're very composed. So we've just got to be respectful and disciplined there and be disciplined in our performance. But I think we've still got enough in the locker in the second half to come out on top.
So it's half-time then here at Havant and Waterlooville in this opening game in the 2022 Kentish Cup competition, and it's half-time, all equal. It's UK Armed Forces 0, the Dutch Armed Forces 0. Please join us again in just a few minutes' time when we'll bring you the second half live here on Forces News Facebook and, of course, also on our YouTube channel. We'll see you in a few minutes' time. don't know if you can hear me back at base, but the teams are coming out for the second half. So if you want to join me again, join us again in, shall we say, in 10 seconds. Well, welcome back to Haventon Waterlooville for the second half of this opening match in the 2022 Kentish Cup competition between the UK Armed Forces and the Dutch Armed Forces. 0-0 the score at half-time, and chances falling for both sides in that first half. UK probably having the better of the chances, but certainly the Dutch looking very, very comfortable on the ball in that first half as well, and we'll see how this develops and how things develop in this second half. It's John Knighton with you live here on Forces News Facebook and also on our Forces News YouTube channel. Andy Kuchar joining me as well this evening for his expert analysis on this, being the RAF team manager, head coach. He certainly knows the two teams inside out. He's just been to fetch the cups of tea. So, Andy, thank you for that very much indeed. Much appreciated.
And I know my place, John. I know my place.
And we're just about ready to go for the second half. And I wonder what Diffin has been saying to his players at half-time, because they had things about right, didn't they, in that first half? The only thing that was lacking was taking the chances.
Yeah, I don't think it was a difficult team talk. I think he just, they've got to continue to be being patient, keep being positive, keep playing the right way, and I think it'll come.
Well, UCAP in their white shirts, kicking from right to left in this second half, with Luke Carney in goal, Liam Corrigan, Sam Rawlings, Joe Thomas at the back, Phil Bright obviously in that left back position, that wing back position, Sam Atkinson, Danny Kerr, David Vincent in midfield, Jake Gosling, Scott McCarthy and Mike Campbell up front for them. I'll run through the Dutch side for you when we have a moment. Obviously they're all in squad numbers tonight, so I think I gave you the 1 to 11 first of all, but it's Bjorn Lansink is their goalkeeper. But it's UCAP with the early chance to move forward. There was a foul then on Scott McCarthy. Referee very quickly giving the free kick to the UCAF team. Angela Parhill watching from Preston in Lancashire this evening. Impressive first half from Phil Brighty and the UCAF team, from all the family. Keep those messages coming through for us. It's always good to hear from you wherever you happen to be. Looking for our first goal in this Kentish Cup competition for 2022. 0-0 the score. Corrigan still on the ball. Armlessly the ball goes through in the end.
Nearly a clever reverse ball there, wasn't it? Just
yeah, Jake Gosling
dropped the shoulder.
But the Dutch have it. That's their number 7, Bulk.
Oh, he's in. He's in.
Into the penalty area. It's a chance. Oh, and it's hooked wide. And would you believe it? That was such a chance from Woodrasa.
Lucky escape there, but
it really was. I thought
a little ricochet, wasn't it?
They were looking for the offside, I think, weren't they, UCAF?
Yeah.
But Woodrasa, really opportunity for the Dutch to take the lead here, but they haven't taken it. It remains 0-0.
Survived. So go again. Let's go again.
So a real warning then for UCAF. Early doors. It's only going to need maybe one chance here. I think I don't think we're going to see too many goals. We're not going to have a goal fest here tonight, Andy, are we?
No, I don't think so. I think it's going to be... but then, to be fair, I think once UCAF get one, I think they might go on and get a couple. They just need that little break and a little bit of good fortune and just something to go their way, just to open the game up a little bit.
Fortunately, Scott McCarthy couldn't control that header. The Dutch have it back again with Leemans on this right-hand side. That's a really nice turn from the man who's just had a really good opportunity. And Joe Thomas mopping up the damage, hooks it clear. The Dutch have it, opportunity with Bulk.
Oh, it's a great ball
It's
in.
a nice header in,
Oh.
but no danger for UCAF. The ball goes out for a goal kick. But that, again, showing that the Dutch are just upping the tempo a bit, aren't they, I think, in these early moments in the second half.
Yeah, they've just settled a little bit quicker, haven't they, in the second half, and just started to take a little bit of the initiative. But let's hope that's the last of their couple of chances, and we can settle down a little bit and just let our football do the talking.
3 minutes gone in the second half. Remains 0-0. Nice control from Campbell. Looking for the free kick, but he's not going to get it. Leemans was on top of that one. And here's the captain, Den Hartog. Finds De Volt. And Leemans again. Oh, it's a real dreadful slip from Valredi. And a real opportunity for UCAF. But they clear the damage, the Dutch, in the end. And
that was a massive chance, big 4v2 overload.
Just needed to get the ball in there a bit quicker, didn't they?
Yeah, just that little bit of quality in the final third.
But there will be chances for both these teams. The Dutch have started really confidently here, and that's nicely played in. That was Bulk on the end of it, but the man properly on the end of it was Luke Carney, the goalkeeper. And he bowls it out onto that far side. Here's Sam Rawlings. Nice control from McCarthy.
Nice feet.
Nice 1-2. Rawlings again can't take the 1-2. Dutch captain will clear that out of play for a throw-in. Just needs a bit of composure on the ball. The Dutch win the throw-in. Here's Bright. Wins the throw-in. He was unlucky. That was a through ball well cut out, but Phil Bright does win the throw-in for UCAF, which he will take. Inside to Gosling.
Foul.
Gosling fouled. Free kick. The big central defender, big broad grin on his face. Gerritsen. Atkinson and Gosling then on the ball for UCAF. Throw men forwards, but all but one of the Dutch team back into defence to help. The header goes in, and it's in the back of the net.
Great goal.
And it's finally gone in for UCAF. Well,
was that McCarthy?
I think it was McCarthy on the end of it.
Good header.
It was a brilliant header, and UCAF take the lead. 1-0 after 52 minutes here. Lovely free kick floated in. Just watching, it was definitely, it was beautifully taken free kick. And it was beautifully flighted by Sam Atkinson. And McCarthy on the end of it to put UCAF in front.
Great little Army duo there, little connection. Great ball in from Sam Atkinson, and a great attacking header from Scott McCarthy. So well done to the Army boys.
Well, that might change the layout of this game now, with UCAF having got this early breakthrough in the second half. We will see just exactly what the Dutch side are made of, because they're clearly going to have to get themselves into this game from their point of view. But a perfect time for UCAF to score, because the Dutch had actually come out with quite a good intention, hadn't they, in this first half?
And obviously the other two early chances where you know, we rode our luck a little bit with the two chances, but offside. Good. But yeah, it's all about capitalising, taking your chances, and UCAF have worked up the pitch. Jake Gosling got a nice free kick from a throw-in, put a good delivery in, and we've gone 1-0 up. So it's now just I heard Diffin shout 5 minutes, and he's absolutely spot on. Just calm it down for 5 minutes, you know, manage the game, and then you go again. So let's see. As you've mentioned already, John, I think it's down to the Dutch now to change how they go about their business, which might fall into our hands.
If they've got to chase the game, it's going to be hard for them, especially with knowing how slippery the UK Armed Forces team. Look, Gosling, you know, gets the cross in. It's headed clear by the Dutch. But when you've got someone like Jake Gosling on the ball, he's a slippery customer and he can beat his players. But the confidence will be sky high now. Here's McCarthy, the scorer. Ball cleared, though, by Dutch goalkeeper Lansink. UCAF just got to make sure things don't get carried away. McCarthy onside, says the referee. No, he wasn't. The flag eventually goes up. He was actually in an offside position, wasn't he? And came back to collect the ball.
It's this chaotic rule where the drives his managers nuts, where it goes up.
I don't think the commentators like it too much either, to be fair. And you know,
cannot understand the logic behind it, to be honest. But
that's got to go back. That free kick, quite some way. They were trying to steal about 20 yards, I think. Piers Thompson says Scotty very good. He's got the goal for Scott McCarthy. As you say, a good Army combination then to give UCAF the lead they needed early doors. McCarthy again, ball goes wide onto this left-hand side. Really well kept in by Mike Campbell. Into the box. Will be the cross.
Great delivery.
It was a lovely delivery, and here's a second chance. Oh, and it was
Liam Corrigan.
It was Corrigan this time.
Coming in at the far post, but great delivery again.
And another corner to UCAF.
Great little play there, switch of play. You know, Cammy keeps it in. Little
Could so easily have been 2-0.
Yeah, fantastic.
And you're thinking, if it gets to 2-0, then, you know, a real opportunity for UCAF to really cement their claims in this game. It's been so tight so far, but this early goal they've scored could make all the difference. Jake Gosling will take the corner. Live here on Forces News, Facebook and YouTube on this Monday night. A foul, says the referee, a foul on the goalkeeper, Lansink. So if that ball had got into the back of the net, it wouldn't have counted. It's still 1-0. The Dutch will try and bring it forward then. Here's De Voort, the captain.
He's had a good game. I think you singled him out at half-time, John. He's very composed on the ball, isn't he?
He is composed.
Very composed, very comfortable. It's a little late slide in there.
It was a late slide in by the big central forward, Vincent Hochstrasser. Luke Carney's gone down. I'm not sure if he was, if he took a really hefty clatter there.
Yeah,
it might have been his hands, because he was obviously picking the ball up, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think it's as he landed, to be fair, because I'm not sure if the centre forward made contact with him.
Yeah, he certainly did make contact with him. I've just been able to have a look.
Oh, have you had a replay?
He did make contact with him, and it'll be his hands that might have just got on the end of it. I don't think Hoekstra thought there was any contact, but clearly that's different. But it gives the chance for the players just to take a quick water break, an unofficial one. We're not having official water breaks tonight, Andy, which quite surprised me.
Yeah, we mentioned it in the first half, but obviously the referee decided against it in the first half, and certainly not going to get one in the second half as it cools down. But like I say, a nice little break for the players just to get the water on board, rehydrate. It's also about managing themselves, because they've got another game on Friday, and certainly the Dutch obviously play on Wednesday.
Yeah, it's everything is in UCAF's advantage, of course, being the cup holders, looking for this record 5th successive Kentish Cup. And the way it's going at the moment, it's all on track, but we still got plenty of time left. Just over half an hour left in this game of normal time. McCarthy does well again. Good defensive work. Oh, ball given away. Chance for the Dutch.
Oh,
and a
save.
Brilliant save again from Carney.
Oh,
and again, that's really good defensive work. Very brave defensive work from UCAF there.
Fantastic defending.
Yeah, it really was good defensive play. And initially a good save from the shot that came in from Bulk. And he must have thought he had a real chance of levelling it there.
Great save.
But it was a good save.
Just made himself big, didn't he? Stood up.
He really did. And yeah,
who made the clearance? Was that Sam? Was it Sam Rawlins?
Yeah, it was Sam, number 2, who went in. It was a very brave bit of defensive work from him. And so the Dutch are denied what could have been a fairly swift equaliser. I'm sure Diff and Pearce were thinking we could really do with a second goal here, as the Dutch are going to come at UCAF with this slender lead. Nice flick on from UCAF. Gosling goes in, no free kick. It's a throw in.
Not sure if it was a foul, but you know, bit of contact there. And
Dutch given the benefit of the doubt there, I think Andy.
So. Yeah, I think so.
Nice play from Bright. He's still challenging for it. The Dutch really, you just feel they've upped their tempo, haven't they? Much more physical now. De Laat gets the ball wide onto the left-hand side.
Yeah, well, they've got to go for it, haven't they? You know, get back in the game. So hopefully that'll all open up a few doors for the UCAF boys. And if we stay patient, stay compact, and then maybe we can catch them on the break as they open up a little bit.
Den Hartog looking for a centre forward, finds him, taking the 1-2. Nice bit of play and a lovely shot, and it's a beautiful equaliser for the Dutch from Vincent Hoekstra. Well, it has been coming. They've really upped the tempo, and they've got that equaliser for the Dutch. Brilliant bit of individual work from him, and that left foot shot was an absolute cracker.
Yeah,
and nothing that Luke Carney could do about that.
Great finish, but it all started with this physicality up here, didn't it? Up into in sort of the Dutch owned half. They won the ball, rode a couple of challenges, and played a lovely little 1-2. And to be fair to the boy, he's popped it onto his left foot and a great finish. Yeah. But game on again. Game on again.
That was a cracking goal. It really was, and it might be a shock to UCAF fans, but the Dutch have upped the tempo here since they went behind from that free kick. So what can UCAF do in reply? They are used to coming back. They have conceded goals against the Irish Defence Force. They conceded, but they came back to win the game. Can they do the same here when it really matters in the Kentish Cup? It's 1-1, evenly poised here. 61.5 minutes gone. Ball goes wide onto this right-hand side with Leemans, gets the cross in. UCAF being forced to defend at the moment. And it was
tidied up by Luke.
Yeah, Joe Thomas. Ball quickly comes out. And charging down the field here is Mike Campbell. Campbell inside to
Jake Gosling. Can he find a pass? Can he pick a pass?
Inside the penalty area.
Can he pick a pass?
He's still going. Lovely flick over. Aiming for Vincent. Vincent gets it. Takes a one. Beats his man. But it's hooked clear by the Dutch in the end. But good pressure once more from UCAF with Vincent again. Looks for some support. Cross comes in. On the end of it is a Dutch defender, goes out for the corner. Mike Campbell pushing his way through, looking to get on the end of it. So it's a good response from UCAF.
Yeah, absolutely. It's woken them up a little bit in the last 5 minutes. So, but a great response, you know. Going up the pitch. Some great interlink play. Jake Gosling trying to find a pick and pass, and a little bit of defending to do now for the Dutch. Let's hope we can get on the end of one of these crosses.
Atkinson with the corner. It is hooked clear though by the Dutch. Gosling chasing it after it. Doesn't get there first. UCAF will get the ball back. Oh, it's a lovely curling shot from the number 17 there.
Sam Atkinson.
Yeah.
Great bit of vision. Great bit of vision and instinctive play there. Just couldn't wrap his foot around it.
It remains 1-1. So tight, this Kentish Cup match between the Dutch in the orange strip and UCAF in their white shirts.
It's that long diag that they've tried to play consistently in the first half. They've not done it so much this half, but
opportunity then. Good challenge, brilliant bit of work. Good defensive, yeah.
Good strength.
And the defence thought they had a penalty there, but Scott McCarthy really going for it and showing his physicality. Did it fairly. Carney
good decision.
Hooks it clear. Two Dutch defenders on the end of it. Here's the Dutch on the halfway line.
Dearwalt again, captain starting to distribute a little bit from the back.
Crucial moments then in this match. UCAF looking, of course, for a 5th successive Kentish Cup, but it's 1-1 here. The Dutch coming back with UCAF having taken the lead from McCarthy's header from a free kick. The Dutch have it though with Gerritsen looking very confident at the moment on the ball. De Voort. There's a beautifully taken goal from the Dutch centre forward Vincent Hoekstra. That's going to be pretty harmless. Out of play, goal kick.
Just gives us a minute to reset. Just get our shape back.
I'm just wondering whether Difford might be thinking about making a change.
Yeah, not a lot of movement on the bench, is there? But you know, I'm sure it's going through his mind now just to get a little bit of fresh legs on, different perspective. Just somebody that might freshen the game up a little bit for us.
We had 65 minutes. Delat very quickly pushing the ball forward, but the UCAF have it. Nicely brought forward. Good play from Campbell.
Well done,
great control. Plays the ball inside to Kerr.
Good.
Kerr outside onto the right-hand side and Rawlings.
Can we find a delivery now?
Into the box. Lovely
That's a
ball
great
forward,
goal.
and it's a beautifully headed goal.
What a goal.
And what a goal from the captain, Kerr.
Brilliant.
That was a beautiful move.
Fantastic goal. Great football. All starting with Cammy up here. Doing really well, switching the play. Getting out to midfield, get it wide. Great little cross and a great finish from Danny Kerr. And that's what he brings to the game. He's full of energy.
He took the 1-2, didn't he? And
yeah, he did, yeah.
Just came in onto the end of it. It was a really brilliantly taken cross. And there was Kerr on the end with the header, glancing it into the net. UCAF back in the lead by 2-1.
Yeah, good goal that. Really good goal. Really good football. Well done.
Well, this game really has come to life in terms of goals in this second half. It was a really good first half. The only thing that was lacking was the ball in the back of the net. Well, we've had 3 for you now in the space of just over 20 minutes. 66 minutes gone here at Haventon Waterlooville. That was a foul, says the referee, by Sam Rawlings. So it will be a free kick to the Dutch. We'll see how good they are from the set pieces.
Yeah, we talked about it in the first half, didn't we? They've got some big lads, so we need to be solid here and just stay with our runners. Be combative, competitive.
De Voort will take it for number 8. And a really crowded penalty box. 2-man wall for UCAF. Danny Kerr in there alongside Scott McCarthy. Free kick comes in.
Oh, well done, Luke.
Straight into the hands of Luke Carney. And very quickly feeding the ball out onto this right-hand side to Jake Gosling, onto this left-hand side. Gosling now turning defence into attack. Real opportunity. Here's Kerr again. Beats one man. Still going. Ball flicked back. Opportunity again for UCAF Atkinson. Ball goes wide onto the right-hand side. Rawlings with the cross, gets it in deep. The Dutch, though, are able to clear it. It's absolutely wide open, this game. End-to-end stuff at the moment. It's really exciting football. Here come the Dutch with Bulk. Bright's got to do his job as a left-back. He's beaten. Bulk plays it forward, but there's no one there in the box to finish it off for the Dutch. But a screamer of a shot coming in from the captain, Hartog. It's cleared. It's absolutely breathless stuff, Andy.
Yeah, it's end-to-end. End-to-end. Great break from Jake Gosling. Great ball in. Cammy just let it run. And now then they quickly switched it.
There's the number 12. Delat, keeper.
Well done, go down.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
He's so confident at collecting those high balls, isn't he?
Just gives you that calmness in the height of adversity, and when it's a little bit under pressure, he just comes and calms the game down for you. So fantastic play from Luke.
I know that Diffin will be not wanting this to be too open. He's just thinking, hey, we've got the lead again. We just need to try and control it. But it's so tempting, isn't it? When when the game starts to speed up the pace, the players just want to get in there, because it really is. It's very much a pacey game now. There's going to be a change for the Dutch very shortly. The man who's going to come on will be Jaron Borstein, wearing number 3. And he'll be replacing the number 11, Voedstra, who's been fairly quiet in this game, I have to say.
Bit of miscontrol there, but opportunity for the Dutch to make their substitution. But
so a change about to be made then.
So much pressure in these games, because it's at the end of the day, it's tournament football, isn't it?
It is tournament football.
You've got to, first game is so important to win, go and try and win, but worst thing is you've got to stay in the game and certainly try not to lose the game.
Well, approaching 70 minutes played here at Haventon Waterlooville. UCAF leading this Kentish Cup tie by 2-1. 2 really well taken goals, both headers. It has to be said, one from a free kick and the other one a beautifully flighted cross that came in. And Danny Kerr, the captain, he'll be absolutely chuffed to bits, won't he, with getting that goal, the Navy man. Yeah. A lot of Navy support here tonight for him. And just down the road in Portsmouth, of course.
There is.
And UCAF have the throw-in. Campbell doing well there to make the challenge. Great delivery, good finish, says Rob Baston. Absolutely right, Rob. And Rob said that's why Paul Town have signed Carney for next season, Mr. Calmness.
Yeah.
Calmness, calm Carney.
Yeah,
fair
absolutely.
Enough. Yeah.
He's had a few good years at Hungerford Town, so time to move on. But wherever he goes, he's a real asset to any team. So we wish him well for the season.
But down to the business in hand at the moment, which is the Kentish Cup, and UCAF leading by 2-1 here. 2 second-half goals to them, an equaliser for the Dutch very quickly. But as this game opens up, there could be more chances for both sides. Gerritston does well, and here's De Voort. Looking for Delat, but a great tackle, really good challenge there. Bit of a late one. Joe Thomas has impressed me this evening. He's done really well, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's always solid. He's a great athlete, great footballer. Gets his Maldini head on every now and again, and just he goes on a little mazy run. But obviously, the way he slicks his hair back, he's the Italian playing centre half. So, but yeah, fantastic lad as well. Good footballer.
Campbell strolls forward as Atkinson takes that free kick. His delivery has been superb today, and that set piece that produced the first goal for UCAF. Leading 2-1 here, going into the last 18 minutes of this game. But they know the Dutch are going to be a threat. right to the end. They're certainly not going to give up. They're playing very confidently. Here's Delat across to De Voort. Goalkeeper Bjorn Lansink. Captain's ball right through. Phil Bright beaten on that left-hand side. Really well cleared by Vincent. Does a great job. Here's Brighty. Nice ball, lovely ball down this left-hand side. Finds Campbell. Campbell inside and just out of the reach of Jake Gosling. So the Dutch have it back.
Just a little bit behind him, wasn't it? Just lack of accuracy just cost you.
Just inches in it, but it all counts. What can the Dutch do here? That ball's going to roll harmlessly out of play on this perfectly bouncing 4G pitch. No bobbles to be seen.
A couple of lads, I think, struggling with the old hamstrings and starting to cramp up a little bit. Might be, I think there's a bit of movement on the bench by the looks of it. Is that Tom Clacy getting stripped?
It looks like, Tom will be coming on.
Just give
a really good holding midfield player, of course, isn't he, is Tom? He's so many years' experience again with UCAF.
Yeah, absolutely, and he'll just give you that calmness and just do the simple things well. Just the other thing he does exceptionally well is he'll talk his teammates around him, so he'll just tighten up the shape a little bit. But yeah, good time to make a change, I think.
John Douglas says, fantastic second half so far, on the edge of my seat here in Musselburgh, up there in Scotland. UCAF leading this match by 2-1. Live here on Forces News Facebook and also on our YouTube channel. Wherever you're with us this evening, you're more than welcome. So another change being made by the Dutch. And the man who's coming off is bringing on Mark George is coming on, number 5. And just looking to see who's gone on, who is being replaced. Yes, it's number 22, the man who's coming off, who's Marcel Freds.
Yeah, the centre half, isn't it?
Yeah, so centre half for a centre half.
Yeah.
But no sign of any changes yet for UCAF, or have UCAF made a change? It looks like they have, haven't they? Tom Clace has come on.
The sub's gone to full back, so it's whether...
And actually it looks like Sam Atkinson has gone off. Nice play by Gosling.
Oh, he's through.
He was fouled, and I think he was fouled a couple of times, wasn't he? Actually, no, it's not Atkinson who's gone off. There's Sam Atkinson on the ball. Tom Clace just deciding to trying to get everyone to calm it down a little bit.
Was it David Vincent, who's gone off?
Oh, offside. Yeah. Gosh, he was very nearly on the end of that, wasn't he?
Yeah, great free kick again, a little bit of clever inventive play. I think it was David Vincent that's gone off, hasn't it, for Navy boys. So, pair of fresh legs. Is there a bit of a... No, still kept the same shape.
.76 minutes gone. UCAF still leading this opening Kentish Cup game of the championship for 2022, the centenary championship, by 2-1 here. Goals in the second half for them from McCarthy and the captain as well, Danny Kerr. The Dutch equalising with a beautifully taken goal from Hoekstra. The number 9 on the left, beautiful left foot shot, which Luke Carney could do nothing about. Another man down at the moment.
I think it's the captain, Danny.
Yes, Danny Kerr
but doing what he does best. You know, he just that combative, just won that ball back, buys a little bit of time for his side. Fantastic.
Carney takes the free kick very quickly, and chasing on the end of it is Sam Rawlings. In fact, no, it's Scott McCarthy on the end of it, but the Dutch looking after the ball pretty well. Carney kicks it forward. Nicely headed by Campbell. Just relieving the pressure a bit. The Dutch, though, will have it. They'll try and build again. Here's their captain.
Into the last 13 minutes, so UCAF just need to be a little bit... Start thinking about their game management. Good, great header.
That's nicely played. Here's Kerr, the captain. Didn't go where he wanted it to go. Dutch have it back. De Voort. Looks too small to be a goalkeeper, but...
Yeah.
Gosling does well, and Mike Campbell's going to chase this. Goalkeeper out of his 18-yard box. Tidies up well. Nice play by Phil Bright. That's a really good clearance. He just very intelligently dealt with that. Just hobbling a little bit. I think he's going to be okay.
Yeah, he did really well there because the ball was in behind him, so he's just...
But you can tell he's just... His right ankle, he's obviously felt that a little bit.
He'll be fine, he'll kick it with his left.
That's good play from the captain, Kerr. Yeah, brilliant stuff, held it well. Chance now for UCAF. It's 3 against 2, but the big centre half is going to get there first. Boss. He has it back again. Just on that far side of the field. There's one of the UCAF players is down. It looks like Scotty McCarthy, who's just
cramping up.
I think it's cramp. Yeah. This 4G pitch. It's a big pitch here, isn't it?
It is a big pitch, and it's we thought the heat earlier on in the game would play a major factor, and it's starting to, as we enter the last sort of 10-15 minutes of the game, it's the players are going to start feeling it. So just need to get the fluids on board. I think Diffin might be looking at another change, and just who's that stretching at the side there, just might be a time to start bringing a few fresh legs on, see this game out and get a great result.
Lots of discussions going on at the moment, sort of towards the bench. Another change for the Dutch. Nicky de Voort is coming off, which is a bit of a blow for them, actually, I think. And Makal Janssen is coming on, wearing number 14. So Janssen is on. De Voort, who was the playmaker really for the Dutch, he's gone off the field. No further changes at the moment for the Dutch that I can see. But there may be a forced change here if Scott McCarthy can't continue on that far side of the field, still receiving some treatment. Looks like it's his right thigh. There's a bit of an issue there.
Looks like a change for UCAF.
Harry Girdwood.
Harry Girdwood coming on.
An exciting striker.
Yeah.
He can produce the goods, can't he?
Yeah, he can, yeah. And I presume it'll be a straight swap for Scott, who's obviously struggling with that. Looks like a right hamstring from here. What they don't want to do is risk anything, because they've got 3 or 4 days recovery, but they need him fit for the Friday game against the French.
Oh, they need all their players. So a bit of a break in play here. Yeah, and Scott McCarthy is going off the field just to receive a bit more treatment. Change not being made at the moment. Actually, Harry Girdwood's putting his bib top back on at the moment, so it looks like McCarthy wants to carry on. Carney then takes the goal kick. But the Dutch certainly having the better of the possession at the moment, so UCAF maybe just need to be aware of that, and they could just do with holding onto the ball a little bit better. Atkinson, though, wins the throw-in, or is it a free kick? He wins a free kick by the looks. McCarthy is back on the field, so let's see how he can carry on. That was a Clear push by Mike Campbell.
Just about seeing the game through now. Last 7 minutes. Game management. Lock up, shut up shop. Be disciplined in performance.
And one thing they can't afford to do is give away a late goal now, because that really would give the Dutch some confidence. They still look very confident on the ball to the Dutch side, but UCAF defending well, and they'll bring it forward now on this far side with Kerr. Here's Gosling.
That's it, just keep the ball. Be disciplined, just keep the ball.
Lost it out. Good tackle from Gosling. Does well, getting stuck in. And here's Thomas.
That's it.
Outside to the left back. To Brighty. Phil Bright. Nice run forward then from Atkinson into the box. Still going. Eventually loses out. Bright takes it backwards. Strong challenge coming in from the Dutch, but that was really good work then from Sam Rawlings. It is game management time now for UCAF. That's lovely through ball. Here's Gosling.
Oh, that's a great ball.
Plays the ball wide.
Oh,
and a brilliant first-time effort then from Scott McCarthy.
That'd have been some
what
goal,
a goal that would have been.
That would have been some goal.
My goodness me.
Great.
But the change is going to be made now. McCarthy, that'll be the last action that he sees in this game. He's going off the field on the far side, and he will be replaced by Harry Girdwood from the Royal Navy. So a warm round of applause for Scott McCarthy, who has done an exceptional job, scored a brilliant header to put UCAF in front in this second half, giving them the lead. Dutch equalising as they look for a second equaliser here on that far side of the field with Balk. Gets the cross in, goes out for just a goal kick to UCAF. So that's just exactly what they need at this stage in the game.
Yeah, just eating into the minutes now. Every second counts. Just, what are we in now, 85? See the last 4 minutes, probably a couple of minutes for stoppage time. So
well, certainly for the replacements.
Yeah, big 7 minutes now for UCAF. Just need to hang in there now.
Well, it's been a really good game here,
Yeah,
very competitive, and good to see the Dutch playing such a competitive game as well. We've seen quite a few one-sided games over the last few years, I think, in the Kentish Cup.
I've been really impressed with the Dutch.
Yeah.
To be fair, they've balled that bit, but they've done really well.
Campbell, Bright. The 1-2, beautifully picked up by Girdwood. Getting himself into the game very quickly, Harry Girdwood from the Royal Navy. This game so open, so wide, the ball being played wide by both teams, playing some really good stuff. Janssen, through ball, nice 1-2, and it's a lovely save from Carney. That was a brilliant effort. Gerritsen was the man who came through there, went through the defence, but Carney, the last line of defence, once more makes a great save. And here come UCAF.
Chance.
Here's Gosling then.
Here we go.
Decides to go alone, and he'll touch the ball. No, he won't. It was a great save from the keeper. Well, Jake Gosling, we've seen him do that so many times, haven't we?
Yeah.
Opportunities like that and put the ball away, but he couldn't this time. Lansing made the save. It's exciting stuff here in these last moments of the game. Janssen. Good challenge from Bright to keep him out. Here come UCAF again with Campbell.
2 chances there.
Gosling is offside, but Campbell will chase after it as best he can.
Those hammies aren't...
He's really giving it his all. Here's Campbell.
I think Cammy's hammies have gone.
Goes back to Thomas. Joe Thomas taken off it by Boss. Boss bossing it. Well done by Phil Bright, making really good challenge.
Settle down, keep the ball.
Atkinson. It's so open, this could go either way at the moment. And Gosling will pick it up on that far side. Looks to play back to Atkinson. Gosling again. That's a beautiful ball through to Tom Clace. Clace will take it wide onto the... Just take it into the corner.
There's the old boy, the old Ed.
But he's lost out. So the Dutch can then bring it forward again with Geordie Boss. If you're watching this at home, you're probably on the edge of your seat here with this one. It's really exciting stuff. But UCAF have just got to see this one through if they possibly can. They lead 2-1. But the Dutch have it with Hoekstra, who scored their equaliser. But good play from the Dutch, or rather from UCAF. Carney hooks it forward, aiming for Girdwood. Doesn't find him. Here's Rawlings.
Last minute and a half to survive.
Plus whatever the referee wants to add on. Right towards the end of this game. Crucial moments in this Kentish Cup tie. Hooked forward by the Dutch captain. And that was a foul, says the referee.
And a free
foul
kick
on Joe Thomas.
Free kick.
And that's it. And Carney's gone down again. He's just...
Yeah, that might be that struggle from his ankle in the first half. Or was it the second half? Where he
it was the second half where he got the injury. He's gone down again.
Because there was no contact there on him.
And Phil Bright as well. He's
there's
holding his ankle as well. Just doing his boots up.
There might be a few sore bodies tomorrow morning. Could be another dip in the old... I
think a dip in the the Solent.
Absolutely. Led by Helen.
Yeah. We'll ask her later on whether she's going to lead them or follow. But whatever happens in these last few minutes, 5 minutes of stoppage time is being added. Whatever happens, it's been a terrific opening match in this centenary Kentish Cup, a game to really show the quality of Forces football. And here's Gosling. Beats one man, beats two. Approaching the edge of the penalty area. He'll take it wide. Nice ball inside to Danny Kerr, his captain. Kerr, back to Gosling. Not offside. Or is he offside? The linesman's not waved his flag yet. But Gosling can't beat his man. The Dutch have it back. De Laat finds his captain. Hartog. Out of play. Throw in. UCAF. Just what we wanted. Or just what UCAF wanted.
Yeah,
Trying to be unbiased
minutes
here, Andy, if we possibly can. But it's very difficult. When this tournament means so much to both of these teams, and of course the French will be arriving tomorrow to play their opening match against the Dutch here on this ground on Wednesday.
Be an interesting game.
It will.
See what the French are about.
Yeah, if they're up for it. Strong challenges coming in from both sides. The referee has given the free kick in favour of...
Is that the first yellow card of the game?
And it's gone to Harry Girdwood, I think, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has, yeah.
I think it was for probably...
Kicking the ball away,
either kicking the ball away or mouthing something to the referee. So Girdwood takes the first yellow. In what's been a really competitive but also a very fair game, Andy, hasn't it?
I think the referees had to be fair, you know, the referees had a good game. He's let it flow. He's, you know, he's kept control of the game exceptionally well.
He's not had too much, you know, to sort out in terms of behaviour.
No.
Well done, Campbell.
Well done.
Good work from Mike Campbell. There's going to be another change, I think, which is being made by UCAF. And guess who they're bringing on?
Keith Emerson. There we go.
Well, just the sort of man you need at this stage in the game. Mike Campbell, who's had a terrific game. Done really, really well. Gets a warm round of applause from the supporters here for his efforts.
Yeah, he's had a great game. Let's hope he's not sticking Keith up front.
Well, Keith Emerson. Good to see him involved. Bright. That's really nice play from Phil Bright, who's gone into a more forward position. Girdwood. Does well. Still going. Kerr. Back to Atkinson, but the Dutch can bring it forward. Here's Bulk. Really well cut out. Great defensive work then.
He's offside. It's offside.
Well, Goodwood is still going. Is he going to put the ball in the back of the net? He is. And the offside flag has not gone up. And Harry Girdwood has made it 3-1. Well, that's certainly a subject of some debate, I'm sure. We don't have VAR. Certainly, we can just see whether Girdwood was in an offside position, because sure it was very, very tight. The flag didn't go up. Well, Girdwood was clearly offside. Clearly offside. And I'm not sure why that wasn't given. But it's 3-1 to UCAF. Well, he was miles offside. I haven't seen a decision like that since, well, something that happened in the early 70s at Ellen Road, I seem to remember, when Johnny Giles was, went forward and kicked the ball into the back of the net, and no one could believe that he'd scored.
If only we had VAR, John, eh?
Well,
VAR.
The Dutch can't believe it, and it's really hard on them, but you can't blame Harry Girdwood either, because, he just carried on.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you played to the whistle.
Yeah, great finish as well,
So Girdwood has made it 3-1 to UCAF, and the Dutch are 3-1 down. And that surely is going to seal this game for UCAF as they press to push for a 5th successive Kentish Cup, as Carney goes down on the ground, as all goalkeepers seem to do these days, just to make up those few extras. I think one of these days referees are going to stop them from doing that, aren't they?
Yeah, wow.
Bright does a really good header. He's pushed forward really into sort of a more left wing-back position now, with the big man coming on in terms of Keith Emerson.
Yeah, great defensive header there from Keith Emerson, just securing the back up. But like you've alluded to, irrespective whether he was offside or not, great finish from Harry Girdwood.
You could only play to the whistle.
Absolutely, and it was a great finish.
And that is the final whistle.
Good result. And
congratulations to UCAF, who have done the first part of the job here down on the south coast. They've beaten the Dutch forces by 3-1. John Douglas says, congratulations UCAF on your win. Well done to both teams for a great game. Absolutely agree. It's been a terrific game, and the Dutch have played their part magnificently here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, acquitting themselves really well, and done themselves proud, and a really entertaining game. And just from the comments coming through the Twitter feed or the live feed, a lot of people complimenting both sides. So a really good game of football. But you take your chances, and UCAF probably on the towards the end probably just deserved the win.
I think they had a little bit more strength, didn't they, in their lineup? Yeah. But the Dutch, they really made a good game of it. And there were times in that certainly when UCAF went 2-1 up, the Dutch, they had their chances. They could easily have snatched a second equaliser.
Yeah, absolutely. It was they were unlucky not to get back into the game. They had a couple of chances, but to be fair, Luke Kearney's mate pulled off 2 or 3 fantastic saves, and as they say, those fine moments define the game.
But the 3 goals that have been scored tonight by UCAF, the first one, brilliantly taken header from Scott McCarthy. The second one, Danny Kerr also with a header. And then that third goal to seal the game by substitute Harry Girdwood have taken UCAF through to win this opening match in the 2022 Kentish Cup competition. They've beaten the Dutch forces by 3-1. My thanks to Andy Kutcher, who's joined us this evening for commentary. Andy will be with us again on Friday when the UCAF take on the French, which of course we'll be bringing you live here on Forces News Facebook and also on our YouTube channel. And we'll have highlights for you of the game on Wednesday, of course, when the Dutch forces play the French forces. But from me, John Knighton, and Kath Brazier, and all our team here, our cameraman this evening, Roger Giles, and the team back in the studio back in the UK, back home, from me, John Knighton, from all of us, a very good evening. And it's congratulations to UCAF, who've won this opening game in the Kentish Cup by 3-1.